Class, a very pleasant morning to all of you. Today, I, Richa Parekh from St. Thomas High School, Mahua, am here to provide a revision lecture of Social Studies for the students of Class 8th. My dear students, today we are going to discuss few points of unit number 5, that is Revolutionaries of India. We already completed the extra question answers of unit number 4. So instead of writing the extra question answers, let's today first of all see the important points from unit number 5. So the first one is that what is revolutionary, which activities were carried out. So when the Britishers used to rule the entire country, many brave men and women revolted against the British government. So these people, those who revolted, and many of them lost their life in this revolutionary activities. So those persons, those brave men and women who revolted against the British government were known as the revolutionaries of India, and these activities were revolutionary. At many places the revolutions were unarmed, but at many places the revolutions were armed. So let us first of all see in short about Vasudev Balwant Phalke. He was a revolutionary activist and he was born in Pune. He was very much irritated from the impartial and unjust approach of the British government, so he left his job. He also took a vow that he would not apply tilak on his forehead and not cut his hair until he make the India free from the clutches of Britishers. He formed a secret group called Ramoshi, and the British declared him as wanted with a cash prize of rupees 4,000. Let's study about Veer Savarkar. Vinayak Damodar Savarkar was born on 28th May 1883 in Bhagur village of Nasik district in Maharashtra. Since childhood, he had revolutionary ideas. He started an organization named Mitra Mela, which was known as Abhinav Bharat. The main objective of the organization Abhinav Bharat was to free India from the British rule with the help of armed revolt. So, he was also the first one to kindle the foreign clothes. He wrote a book named 1857 India's First Freedom Struggle, which was banned even before it was published. And he was arrested for taking part in the Association of India House. He was kept in jail for several years in Kalapani jail, and also he was shifted to Ratnagiri district. Now let's study about Khudiram Bose. Khudiram Bose was born on 3rd December 1889 in the village Habibpur of Madinapur district in Bengal. He lost his parents and was raised by his teacher Satyen Babu. He participated in the non-cooperation movement. He used to dive in the river Ganga and topple the boats carrying salt. On 30th April, Khudiram Bose and Praful Chakki threw the bomb on the horse carriage to kill Judge Kingsford, and in that attack, Kingsford survived, but the wife and the daughter of lawyer Kennedy died. Let's study about Ramprasad Bismil. Ramprasad Bismil was born in Shahjahanpur in United Provinces, which is now known as Uttar Pradesh, in 1897. He was the head of Kakori conspiracy. Ram Prasad was also the member who formed the revolutionary organization naming Hindustan Republican Association. Bismil was his pen name, and he used to write. He was a great poet as well as writer of Urdu and Hindi. Now let's see about Ashfaqullah Khan. Ashfaqullah Khan and Ram Prasad Bismil had set an example of Hindu-Muslim unity. They were friends since childhood, and both of them were involved in the Manipur train robbery conspiracy as well as Kakori conspiracy, and both the friends were hanged on the same day. Now let's study about Chandrasekhar Azad. Chandrasekhar Azad was born in a Bhavra village of Alipur district in Madhya Pradesh. He was nationalist since childhood. He participated in the non-cooperation movement, and he was arrested for the first time. He was so young that the police did not have the handcuffs of his size. When he was presented in the court, he told that his name was Azad, his father's name was Freedom, and his residence was prison. He also participated in the train robbery at Krakori station, and the British police were so much afraid of him that before catching him, before Capturing him from the Alfred Park of Allahabad, Azad shot himself, and in order to confirm his death, the British government shot him 3-4 bullets. My dear students, here we are at the end of today's video. The further part of the chapter is what we will revise in the very next class. So till then, thank you and have a nice day.